Hello, folks on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of my Age of Wonders 3 multiplayer Let's Play. I'm here with Joe. Hope you folks enjoy this video. Yeah, if you wanted to just re repeat that question, because I thought people might be interested.
Yeah. So seek inspiration clears your skill book. Can it clear the one that you're currently working on too, or no?
I do not believe so. It just causes new ones to appear, but I'm not
Okay.
positive. But yeah, it does give you a whole new randomly rolled set.
Yeah.
Um, that would be
Okay.
interesting to find out. And I may actually get the chance to test it because, let's see. It costs 80, so it'll get 30, 30. Yeah, it'll happen mid one turn into whatever comes after basic seafaring. So we'll get the chance to
Okay.
find that out. It would suck if I lost the turn knowledge, but that's
Yeah.
the way them dice roll. Okay, well, there is the fight against the brigands, and it's worth noting after we clear out this group that's on the mountains, your army could actually move on to the tile that was just cleared. And, oh no, you couldn't. Well, yeah, the cheetah would be able to return to the barren tile. And we could actually take out the camp the next turn, because we should have sufficient forces with your 4 units, my 6. Even though that last fight with this group didn't go well and they're a little more wounded than is optimal, they can probably,
Oh, that camp
you know,
near Eleanor.
yeah.
Okay.
But first, there's this battle.
Yes.
Attacking at night.
Hmm. Oh, they've actually got.
Wait,
Oh, we're attacking the camp now. Actually.
whoa, did I attack the camp?
They,
Oh, yes.
no, they reinforced, huh?
Yeah, it counted as.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I am like, we attacked on the mountains, but no, we're fighting the camp. Okay, you definitely
Yeah.
would have gone massacred if you attempted with
Yeah,
this. With
that would have been bad.
It would have been
We go
4v. How many? You have 4
8,
units.
4v8, I think.
Yes, you would have been at number 2 to 1, and they have walls. You would have been dead. Not
Yeah.
even a
Well, I can
question.
shoot over them.
Yeah, but they can sally forth and shoot, and they have
Yeah,
the
that's
walls
true.
favor them because they don't suffer line of sight if they're staying against them, and you
Oh,
do being out there.
I still do?
Yeah, I mean though you could hide behind rocks, I suppose.
Ah, okay.
But in a shooting match like that, their superior numbers probably would have been
Yeah.
decisive.
Yeah, that's still good. That's good.
Uh, Wish I didn't cast Last Stand that dwarf. I don't have any casting points left for spells. Do you
Uh,
have? You have some, right?
yeah, I've got 60. Oh, wait, I can't cast this. Oh, it's not my turn.
On your turn, you should be able to at double
Yeah.
cost since your
Yeah.
leader's not here. But um, yeah, we're gonna need some spells. This is my only archer unit is pretty wounded because it suffered a couple fire bombs last fight in an archer duel. It won the archer duel, but it didn't come out in great shape. My sun guards are all a little busted up because I was a little bit suboptimal in that last fight, and that one of my elite units took some hits that didn't need to. Well, a hit didn't need to, but a crusher bullet to the face wasn't fun. Draconian crushers have overwhelmed, so they do well against shielded or pike units like these. They're actually both shield and pike, so they were definitely affected either way. Scoundrel, 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 dwarf, goblin. Yeah, so the most dangerous scoundrels, it's worth noting, are probably the humans, the Tigrans, and the goblins, because the goblins poison their crossbows. The Tigrans can inflict bleeding wounds with their crossbow shots, and the humans can throw nets, so they're more dangerous at shorter medium ranges. It's got a range of like 3 throwing a net, I think. No, no, really? Is that their movement? Yeah, that's their movement. But yeah, throwing nets can snare units instead of flanking. The high elves, of course, do well in long range duels, and the dwarves are just more defensive. So generally better just not to attack them because they're harder to kill. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, draconian scoundrels, nothing particularly special about them. They don't make great scoundrels. Where was the draconian? There. Yeah, they don't make great scoundrels. Nothing special about the draconians, but and the halflings can attack 3 times in a turn with their
Oh yeah.
slingshots. But if
Slingshot.
they're suffering range penalties and stuff, that means they're doing like 3 damage, which like 1 damage 3 times. That might actually be worse than the light crossbow a lot of times. And the halflings
Yeah.
have physical weakness, so the halflings are squishy, so they're probably good to take down, but they're probably actually no more of a threat than the others at range. The squishiest are the halflings, so you probably want to take them out first, although they could get lucky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've put their most defensive and worst scoundrels forward, predictably, and it looks like they put their best ones at range over near you. So they're anticipating a range duel with you, and they've just given me cannon fodder with some better ones that do better up close. The Tyrants have mobility, so they can set flanking, and they have Predator like all Tyrants. So their attacks opportunity from them are much worse. Um, and the humans can throw nets. So yeah, the AI is surprisingly good in this game, I have to say. It always seems to use its units reasonably well. And when it doesn't use it perfectly, it's usually because it's doing something that makes sense from a role play perspective. Like something that unit
Yeah.
would probably do, even if it's suboptimal. I'm impressed with this. I really am. Uh, hmm. I think the best thing for me to do though may be to pull back my units and try and get them to support your longbowmen instead of trying to attack from a separate direction. Because they'll get shot. We only need to make a breach in the wall in one place. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'll actually put the shredder all the way around. Thankfully, Tyrants are very fast. I mean, they're 5 moves on melee units is a lot for any race.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna send my army around to come up. I'm keeping my distance so they don't come side forth and start shooting me, forcing me into a fight I don't want. Uh, but yeah, this will kind of leave things up to you to figure out where you're gonna put your units. I suggest keeping your distance until you've got my melee units there to support, so that they can't try. Because scoundrels they're okay in melee. Their crossbows are tough enough, but against a bunch of archer units, they may try and close on your longbowmen. So I would
Yeah.
probably keep my distance. Also, even if they do an archer duel, if they come outside the gates and my melee units are nearby, then they can pounce on them. I even have a cheetah that can pounce across, like jump 3 tiles, so it can effectively close 8 tiles in one turn. So to really make sure that they don't withdraw, so the best thing I think would be to pull back a little and maybe cast a spell to prepare. Uh, let's see. You have suffocate. That's the most efficient in terms of just dealing raw damage, right?
Pretty much. I mean, 14 mana for 15 damage or 20 mana for 18 damage, plus hindering,
Oh, given that they're well, I'm thinking about their defense.
or 30 mana for 24 damage.
Wait, you have Rust Strike, don't you?
Not on ONS.
Oh, because I was gonna say their dwarves wear armor. Uh, so what does she have? She has rust. She has root spears, suffocate.
Stoning, Twisting Roots, Dispel, and Seeker enchantment.
Stoning. What is? How much does that do?
Seeker enchantment might be good on one of these units. Stoning is 30 mana for 24 damage.
Hmm. Um. Yeah, I mean, seeker enchantments would prevent them from effectively from taking cover behind the walls. That could add up to quite a bit of damage. How much would root spears do in the halfling?
Root Spears on the Halfling, 17 to 27.
How much would it suffocate?
15 to 22.
15 to 22, and how much the suffocate costs?
Stoning
Uh,
has a chance to one-shot it. Stoning would do 23 to 35.
yeah. How much more does it cost compared to suffocate? I'm trying to figure out the most mana efficient way.
About twice. 30 mana for Stoning versus 14 mana for Suffocate.
Yeah, you got a little time. You could probably suffocate the halfling twice and kill it. It would take a little longer, but if you take your time, it would save mana that way. And since they're
Yeah.
probably high behind the walls for now, so either suffocating the halfling or you could root spears if the suffocate row is really low and you might to save mana, but that would just that would take out their most vulnerable unit. Or actually,
Yeah.
how much the how much would it do the goblin? Because the goblin's nasty and has less health.
Suffocate, 12 to
Yeah.
18.
Oh, you could take out the goblin, which is definitely their most dangerous thing to range. Forget the halfling. If it rolls high, you can do suffocating. If it rolls low, you can do root spears. Yes, I would
Yeah.
see. I would attack the goblin. Try and
Suffocate the Goblin.
yep, evil little
Okay.
thing. See how that works.
Decent.
You rolled high, so you can probably suffocate again and kill it, and then you won't have to worry about the goblin, which does blight damage, which your elves are all weak to.
Yeah.
Um, won't have to worry about it shooting, and just saying their numbers means you know an easier fight.
Where should I move? Where should I move my units?
Especially since you're trying to weaken them a little with magic, I would probably move them towards. I mean, you, for you, they're straight at the top, like the gates due north of your army, right?
Yeah.
Just rounding. I would probably move them to the left, over behind like that area, so that they're close to my units.
Yeah.
Maybe not all the way, but there is some like cover there, like a little bit left and forward of your leftmost longbowman. See all that junk?
Not quite.
There's like a bunch of stones and bones over
Yeah.
like yeah, you could probably get that longbowman.
So, like, move the Longbowman 2 tiles into the left directly.
Well, I mean, there is no direct left since the way the grids will align. It can move up left or back left, but
Oh,
alternate. You see what I'm
I.
saying?
Yeah, we must have our things slightly
Well,
different.
no, the it's a hex
Let me
grid,
write
right?
it.
So it can move due north or due south, or it can move
Yeah.
west or east, but it can't
Yep.
move due north, due west or due east. It has to alternate moving closer or further.
I was rotated a little bit. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, I see what you mean. So
yeah.
to the top, two tiles to the top left. That's what you're saying.
Uh, that might be
Or did you
a
mean like
little
further
close.
back or further? So like three tiles to the bottom left.
Yeah, if you go there, they might it would be in range. They would shoot it probably.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would go like 3 over to the left, so it's just out of range of the walls. Although if they choose to stand next to the walls, you can move one closer and attack at your leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see how there's like that dead end there? That also
Move. So
protects if
move
they
into
come out of the gate that
move
I'm
into the
moving away
cranny, the nook,
from. Mm-hmm.
like this.
Yep. It's
Okay,
out of
gotcha.
range of the walls, but it can move one closer and be in range of us
Yeah.
sawing it. And there's no way to approach it from the left. So if they try and walk out that gate, they won't be able to get that longbowman in melee. It's a perfect position in many ways.
Okay.
And out of the other two, just kind of there's that rock that one of them's already standing next to it. Have them kind of uh,
Group up
that would
behind it.
be that'd be in range of the walls when it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shoot. Uh, I would have it not stand directly against the rock because that's in range of the walls.
A tile behind the rock.
Yeah. Well, the left one tile behind, and the other one could stand directly against the rock. One back and to the right, if you see what I'm saying. So the left one could
No.
stand. So there's two tiles and a direct line between it and the longbowman it's guarding, where it's one back from the rock.
Right here.
Yeah, but that's a swordsman. I was talking about with the
Oh,
longbowman.
that's a swordsman. Whoops.
Yeah, that's
The
your only
longbowman.
melee
My
unit.
bad.
Although it could continue in
Uh,
that direction to
yeah.
provide cover if it moves another tile towards the other longbowman. It's not bad.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So yeah, I see. All the elf units look pretty similar. So this one here. Okay. And how about my last woman?
Hold on. Stupid car alarm going off. Um, I would put that up against the rock, but not the 3 tile location, not the 4. The 4 is in range of the walls or the
This one?
barricades, whatever. Yep, the guard's there. It should be out of range of the walls, I believe.
Okay.
Just barely out of range, but that's good. Ways to
Yeah,
move
it
a
looks
short
like it.
distance to be in range. Oh,
Jeez.
sorry, I don't know if you heard the
Well,
car alarm. I'm pretty sure the person I'm staying with does that sometimes to intentionally to be obnoxious.
can't hear it.
Wow, good. I had to listen to it. That or walks around with my car keys in their pocket. It's not careful. Yeah, it looks like they're grouping up near that wall, though the others are on that other salient to the left, just in case I try and rush the wall that way.
Yeah.
I suppose.
So you can only
Um,
melee unit. Sorry, melee attack these walls.
yeah, they can only be melee attacked. There's walls and gate. Any of them can be broken down with melee, but I only have
Yep.
one ranged unit. Although it does not suffer line of sight penalties ever. It
Hmm.
always suffers ranged penalties. So if it gets close enough to the walls, it can absolutely chew through them. Problem is that it doesn't have much health left. So
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Um, Still, could probably hit him on the left, firing over some stuff that would normally be bad for line of sight. Um, I would go there, and then it might approach up the left later. Uh, Probably after some other stuff's distracted them. I'm gonna need something close by to support it, though. Uh, cool. So my stacks move around to support your advance on the walls. They can provide. Don't forget the spearmen can do that trick where they provide mobile cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they advance in front of the archers, and then the archers have cover behind the shields of my sun guard. Some of them even can reflect arrows back if if they shoot the sun guard instead of the archers. Because
Oh.
my two elite sun guard both have projectile reflection.
Oh. All
Uh,
right.
um, hmm. They didn't come out this turn, and let's see. My Tigrans are not armored. Your swordsmen are, and substantially less mobile. Mine are all wounded enough that most of them have less health than your swordsmen. Only two have more. One of them's elite. I think you're gonna need to do that with your swordsman as well. Like advance behind the swordsman when the time comes. So, hmm.
Should I suffocate the goblin? Ooh, there's still a small chance I do 12 damage and it survives.
It's unlikely though. I would probably, yeah, I would probably try and suffocate the goblin. And I'm thinking you might actually want to swap the, no, because that's one. And yeah,
What?
I was wondering if you should rearrange any of the other units. They look like they're fine where they are
Oh.
though.
Alright, I'll try suffocating the goblin. Or are you kidding me? Of course.
Shit happens. Can only take the risk average, most likely
Yeah.
succeed thing. Uh, hmm. Well, you're doing damage, so it's not like it's gonna run out of time. I would just
Yeah.
guard and wait a turn.
With everybody?
Yep, they're all in reasonable places. No
Okay.
need to micro switch them around or anything. If they want to not do anything too, they can just slowly be killed by magic. How many casting points do you have left, by the way?
32.
Oh, so you have enough to finish off that goblin for sure. And Suffocate is your cheapest damaging spell, right? So cheapest way to finish
Yeah.
it off. Yeah. And that'll leave you with 18 for another spell. You Root Spears is 18, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think it's 20.
wasn't that? Oh, yeah. So well, you at least be able to suffocate another one after that goblin for sure.
Yeah.
Um, of course, it might be that they put it somewhere where you could take an arrow to the face and a unit that only would get one shot and get experience of delivering the kill, but probably not. I think they're a little too smart for that. They keep their damaged units back, probably. Probably. No guarantees in that. Hmm. The semi most durable, as in most health remaining elite Sun Guard here. Because I can only really keep one unit to defend this Shredder, which might end up advancing to take advantage of its lack of line of sight penalties. And we'll see. Rest of them. $35, $51. This one's got decent health. This trooper. This one's still got some more near. Mobile cover is on the way. Sun Guards can hide behind their big shields and give your archers a safer way to advance. Oh yeah, my irregulars, most of my infantry can move 5. My irregulars can move 6 tiles. And then they can actually pounce the distance 3, so they can cover 9 tiles in one turn. That's faster than cavalry.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheetahs are awesome. They can strike at enormous distances. And then they go into guard mode after they do it too. And they can inflict bleeding wounds. Unfortunately, Tyrants are very front loaded. Their tier 1 units are very good. Their tier 2 and 3 are quite mediocre. So the best thing to do with Tyrants is to capture or vassalize, to conquer vassalize independent cities of other races, and they use their units using the fat Tyrants have extra gold income to actually raise more armies and develop the cities up that you captured. So like with Grey Guard, if I was to do this again, I would just trespass on a bunch of independents till they declared war on me, get the evil points, which would have freed up cleansing blight later and stuff, and yeah, and then the conquered cities build them up and raise armies of better tier 2 and 3 units of other races eventually.
Yeah. All right. What should I do with my units?
How much does root spears cost? Now that you can see.
Oh, 20.
Shoot, and you have 32, and it's 14
Yeah.
for. Hmm. Doesn't look like the goblin's leaving itself vulnerable, so I would probably just... Let's see. Of course, the goblin is currently not able to reach anything. Unless they pull stuff back, but probably be the high elves they put on the wall and the halflings. Um, let's see. If you advance tile, you'll be in range, right? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to advance more than 2. How many tiles can your longbowman move and still shoot twice?
4?
4?
Yep.
Oh, because a long strider. Okay, that's perfect. Probably want to go for the halfling because it's squishier on the high elf. And instead of it attacks 3 times with 7 instead of 12 once. Well, actually, the high elf may. The high elf is further forward, so maybe not. Maybe the high elf scoundrel. Probably advance the swordsman. Let's see, 2 tiles forward. Make it easier to calculate the gap because you probably don't want to advance the longbow behind the swordsman at this point. Using the swordsman for mobile cover.
So move the swordsman forward.
Yep, 2 tiles forward into that gap. It's probably gonna have to go further than that, but I'm just calculating distances. Let's see, I think... Yep, the range of a longbowman is 6. I mean 5. Flamers have an effective range of 6, interestingly, but problem is there's only one of your swordsmen. Hmm. I'd have it move forward right, up one, like towards the gate. Another tile, the swordsman.
Sorry, what was that? Move the
Or no,
swordsman
because
towards the
that
gate?
wouldn't provide. Wait, that wouldn't provide mobile cover, would it? Um.
Yeah, they might need to move forward.
Yeah, I would have it move forward one then. Or wait, no, because my. Well, yeah, my sun guard could. I was gonna say could take that position alternatively, but it wouldn't because your longbowmen need to stand there, don't they? I guess the longbowmen that can move. If they can do 4 moves, you could actually get the
Oh,
veteran one.
wait. Sorry, I think 3?
3 or
Yeah, 3.
okay. 3
3.
moves is
4 is
still
4
enough.
is ordered. Yeah.
You should be able to have your veteran longbowman advance to be stand behind the swordsman and take 3 shots at their scoundrel, the high elf scoundrel.
The veteran stand behind the swordsman? Yeah, 3 shots. Or 2 shots,
Or
sorry.
actually, it could go around the right, couldn't it? Okay, actually, the one on the left. What am I saying? The one on the veteran probably should circle around to the right. Now I think of it. But yeah, I would have the one on the left stand behind the swordsman, take its 3 shots. Heck, it might level up the
2?
trooper
2 shots?
if it moves 2 tiles. Oh yeah, sorry, it's 2
Yeah.
shots. Yeah,
Okay.
if you're lucky, it don't inflict bleeding because it's got razor projectiles.
Ugh, line of sight penalties.
Yep, but they should
Actually,
possibly
should I
suffer.
cast your enchantment?
How much does it cost?
Oh, 20. So I won't be able to suffocate.
Uh, yeah, I would just take the shots. Don't forget part of the effective damage is bleeding which is over time 8 damage. So this is really an average of 9 damage twice. Or, well, no, it's 4 to 6 twice. So it's 5. It's an average of 15 damage this round.
Okay.
Or something. 15? Because 8. No, 14. Anyways, because of the chance of inflicting bleeding, it's around 14. Well. Oh well. And if they try and retaliate, they suffer line of sight penalties from the swordsman being in the way or the wall if they don't move. So, cool. And you'd be able to rotate.
To go to the right.
Let's see. You got that trooper 1.
Yeah.
Should be able to move around the rocks to the right, and I think get close enough to shoot that same longbow, same scoundrel. If it moves too closer. Is that in range?
Yep.
Checking
Just barely
range.
though. Do you think I should move one more tile? Or move a tile to the right so that there's room for the other longbowman?
Yeah. Forward right or it will be out of range, but yeah.
Yeah, forward right? Okay.
Yep. If they come out the gate and try and close the melee, I've got my Sun Guard who are working their way over there to provide mobile cover. It's not optimal, but
Okay. Now take 2 more shots with my last longbowman.
yep. And depending how you do, you might end up suffocating the high elf instead of the goblin, I guess. Maybe. No. Probably not a good idea.
Is it finally bleeding? It's bleeding.
Yeah. It'll have
So
one health. Just like the goblin, it'll have 1 health at the start of next turn.
Goblin now? With suffocate?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
They'll probably go and shoot that longbow on the right who don't have any mobile cover yet, but they can pull back.
Yeah.
Let the bleeding do its work on the one that's going to bleed out. I would just pull them back on your next turn, and my units will get in position to provide mobile cover on another advance.
Okay.
Yep.
Ow. Crippled.
I mean, they got the numbers, but...
Bleeding.
Oh no, they got bleeding too?
One of mine did, yeah.
Sure.
Most of these are doing nothing.
Yeah, all mobile cover would have done was reduce the damage by 1. They only did 2. But yeah, that sucks that they managed to inflict bleeding. You can't make a unit bleed twice, so if, that's actually insane of just stay and keep exchanging fire with them. Yeah, I'm gonna move one of the Sun Guard around behind Bowman. If it ends up needing to pull back, you can do it diagonally, like to the right. Since that one is bleeding. But if I was, the Sun Guard can provide mobile cover, but they're doing so little damage that it may actually be smarter to have the archers soften them up and advance to melee, break down the wall. We'll see. They are concentrating their forces, is the problem. So a ranged duel is not as profitable as if they stayed spread out. High Elf Scoundrel's about to bleed out. The Halfling It's 3. Tyrant is the one that inflicted the bleeding. It's the most dangerous at range of them all. Shoot. The halfling is the most likely to cripple them. Yep. Bleeding those halflings won't kill it, but at least it did some real damage. Probably better to keep range in case I need to rotate this back. Although, and see if I can't lure some of them back over to the other gate by feigning an attack on it. And if they don't respond to the feint, maybe the feint will become real. So that might take a little pressure off here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Guys on the left are crippled, but not bleeding or anything. So you can continue to exchange fire and probably inflict bleeding. I'm going to use the cheetahs and their fast movement for that. Alright, I'll put this unit here to potentially rotate in if that swordsman takes too much of a beating. Should be able to exchange fire for another round.